back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be creating this really cool Pirates times Halloween set, like junk nail set. I love it so freaking much and I'm so excited to show you guys how to do it. But this one's actually going to be kind of like a tutorial and Q&A in one. So I actually just posted on my Instagram if anyone has any questions to ask me, because I felt like this set is kind of repetitive, like just basically applying charms all over the nails. So I really wanted to just answer some questions in this video and kind of chat more with you guys, so that you guys kind of have something to listen to in case you guys are working on nails or something like that. I know a lot of you guys that do love my Q&As, really do love them, so I'm really excited to have this video for you guys. And I just love the way these nails turned out as well. They give me like Pirates of the Caribbean times, like Pirates of the Caribbean vibes, but like also Halloween-y type vibes. I don't know, I just love it so much. I also don't know if you guys noticed, but I actually already did my Halloween intro. I already put it up, so I'm really excited about that as well. I'm excited to make my fall and my Christmas one. And yeah, so right now I'm starting off with extra long square nail tips. These are just like square regular. And then I am going in with shading gel by nailzbydev. It is just a sheer black kind of jelly polish. And I'm going in with 2 coats of this. I wanted it to be kind of sheer, so that's why I'm using this. It did end up looking more opaque than I thought, but it's okay. It still turned out really cute. So yeah, I'm going ahead with this. And I know this style of nails isn't for everyone. It's definitely for people that love like extra type of nails. And I have some really cool tutorials coming. I already filmed 3 other Halloween tutorials already, so I'm really excited about that. I'm like on time today. I mean, on time this year. Like, I'm always late and I barely ever get any Halloween content up, even though little do you guys know I love Halloween so much. It's one of my favorite holidays. I'm always late to the game for some reason. Every time during Halloween, I'm usually moving. I always move out around September, and like if I'm moving like at all, of course I moved out of my apartment and then I moved again, and then now I finally moved again. But this time, you guys, I'm not gonna have to move again for at least a year or 2, so I'm really excited about that. I finally settled in. I moved out and I'm finally settled into my new place, and I'm so happy, and I'm just so appreciative that I get to be here because I have so much content going up. I've been so focused on, you know, my nail stuff. Like, I just love it so much. So yeah, I just wanted to kind of update you guys. So if you've been noticing more videos from me, it's because I finally settled in. I'm feeling better. My back is doing great, and I am just like overall better in every aspect. So yeah, so I basically, yeah, I left this video in real time. This is exactly how long it took me to create these nails, 42 minutes, because I didn't want to speed it up. I wanted to have enough time to answer questions. So let's see what questions we got so far. I barely put the post, so I might not have too many just yet, but I will start answering whatever I do have. So one question that I got is, I want to sell pre-made nail sets, but I don't know what to do with the sizing. Any tips? So yes, I do have a tip for this. So actually, this set that I'm making right here is actually considered like a pre-made set. I didn't make it for myself and I didn't make it for a customer. I'm just making it for fun, and I actually have 3 sets that I already made for fun. So for this one, I just made it a standard size small. So the size that I made it was a 3, 7, 6, 7, 9. And that's an extra long tip. So if you have extra long tips, you know the sizing is different than like regular coffin. But it's like pretty similar to what a regular coffin like 2, 6, 5, 6, 8 would be. So that in a coffin is what this extra long is. So honestly, it does get kind of confusing, but what I would recommend to start as a beginner, I would recommend doing like 20-piece sets. That's like your best option. I know it's like kind of more work, and it is a little like, you know, obviously you need to do more nails, but it's way more worth it because a lot of people don't want to measure their nails, don't have time to measure their nails, or don't know how, or think they're going to mess it up. So, or sometimes people don't want to buy a size kit. So having 20-piece pre-made sets is literally the best option, because you can just have 2 of every single nail. You can make them different. They can mix and match them however they would like. So you can have like some plain nails, some with glitter, some with rhinestones, some with whatever design you're doing. And I do think it's worth it in the end, because everyone would be more attracted to 20-piece sets. Like, I noticed when I pre-make sets like I'm doing with this one, instead of making it like a size small, if I would have made it a size 20 or like a 20-piece set or 18-piece set or whatever, I noticed that someone would buy it like right away, whereas it takes me longer to sell these pre-made sized sets. And that's just coming from me personally. Even with my following on Instagram, it's hard for me to sell nail sets when they're pre-made like this. So I kind of took a risk making these. I kind of just like really wanted to finally go back in my element. I don't know if you guys remember in my past videos, or like a past video I was talking about how everything's been getting very repetitive for me, and like I don't get a chance to do nails I do want to do, or like designs that I just want to make for fun. So recently I've been trying to do that, and I'm honestly just like wanting to be happier with the sets that I'm making and have more creative freedom. So yeah, basically my point is I made this set for fun. I'm going to post it on my story eventually for sale and see if anybody wants it, but it is probably going to be hard for me to sell it because of the sizing. And if I would have made it in a 20-piece set, it would sell like right away because people won't have to measure their nails. They can just, you know, have all the sizes and choose, and then they're kind of getting 2 sets in one, because if anybody that they know has smaller or bigger fingers, they might be able to make a set out of it as well. So yeah, that's kind of my take on it, and that's kind of just what I think. Someone said, how long did it take you to build a steady customer base? So I would say it took me about a year. I started posting consistently on Instagram like every single day. Like, you need to post every day, 2 times a day if you can. Post reels, because right now Instagram is all about reels. But when I started Instagram, it was just photos. So I would just take photos of my nails and post them, and I would post a lot. I would use a lot of hashtags, and it took me about a year to get like steady clientele. Of course, I have, you know, sometimes I have customers that will come and then they don't order from me again, or I'll have customers that order from me repeatedly, or have been ordering repeatedly for years already from me, which I love them so much. They're so loyal. But yeah, it's kind of one of those things where once you post, people will see your work and they will want to purchase. Also, try to stay basically try to stay as creative as you can. Like, if you want to do something, if you have an idea in your head, execute it and make nails with the ideas you have, because someone seeing your ideas and seeing something different, like if they see something different on your page, it's going to make them attracted to go and purchase from you, because they're going to be like, oh my gosh, their work is so cool, like I really love it and I want to try out their nails. So yeah, I would recommend that. Someone said, your most expensive set. I think one of my most expensive sets would probably be like around $90 to $100. It honestly just depends. And that would be a set with probably pure Swarovski and like a lot of crystals on it. Another one that would probably be around $100 or more would be like a triple extra long super detailed set, because they take a really long time. So yeah, I don't really have like a specific number in mind or a specific set in mind, but something like that would be my most expensive. Someone said, can you do an in-depth nail filing video? I know you said you just file 25 times. Yeah, so I file the free edge around 25 times, but I will do an in-depth video once I make more nails. Right now I haven't made any like new ones yet, but once I make more and I have to file them, comes time to file, I will just record it and show you guys how I do it. I have done it like 2 or 3 times in past videos, but I literally for the life of me can't remember what videos I showed it in, so that doesn't help either. But yeah, I did show it before. Someone said, yeah, another person asked for the video on shaping. You guys really want to see my shaping, so yeah, I will have that up for you guys soon. Someone said, how do you start mailing your press-ons? Any tips for me? I love your videos. Thank you so much. Thank you for supporting me and watching my videos. Yeah, so to start mailing your press-ons, all you need to do is get some 8x2 cotton filled boxes. They are for like jewelry, bracelets, I think, or something, but I get on Amazon. They're just 8x2, so like that's the dimensions, like 8 inches by 2 inches. Cotton filled boxes. They have like this little cotton piece in it that will protect the nails once you ship them. I really like it. I keep it and use it. So yeah, I put the nails in that little box, and you want to get some double-sided tape. You can use the clear tape. A lot of people use the clear tape because it's more like aesthetically pleasing. I use the foam tape because honestly it's cheaper, and at the end of the day, let's be for real, people just throw the boxes or the packaging away most of the time. So yeah, I use the double-sided foam tape, and I just put it on the box, and then you peel off the other, like there's like a little film on it that you take off, and then you put your nails on there, and the double-sided foam tape sticks the nails very well. The nails don't fall off or anything. I get it on Amazon as well. I will put both of those in the description box so you guys can see what I'm talking about. And I buy everything in bulk, so my boxes I buy in bulk of 100 pieces, I believe, just because it comes out cheaper that way. Um, and then I grab my poly mailer. I use regular poly mailers. You can use bubble mailers as well to protect it even more. Again, I just use poly mailers because they're a little bit cheaper than a regular bubble mailer. But I honestly switch off. Like, it just depends what I end up getting for that month. Sometimes use poly mailers, sometimes I use bubble mailers. It all just depends. The bubble mailers are the ones that have more like padding inside of them. And I do think I'm going to switch back to those because the poly mailers don't have any protection for your box, your nail box. But now after that, like once you have all those materials, next you're going to need like tape, of course. Stock up on tape. At least me, I go through rolls and rolls of tape so often. And you're going to go to pirateship.com. It is like literally just called pirate ship, like a pirate and then ship.com. And that is a website I use to print all of my labels. They send the customer an automatic shipping confirmation. You just need to put their email in. So whenever I take orders, I always ask for their email and their shipping address, and then that way when I ship their order, they're notified about it, and then they can track their order and everything like that. It does have a tracking number, and you can choose to ship between USPS, like the regular post office, or UPS, like, you know, like the brown trucks. So yeah, I always choose USPS, again, because it's cheaper and it's more reliable in my opinion. I have shipped with UPS before, like overnight, super expensive shipping for a customer that had a wedding, and she paid me like $30 or $40 for the shipping, and UPS literally left the package sitting in their warehouse, and they never even shipped it out until the next following day when it was supposed to be overnighted. So that like really sucks. I hate UPS because of that. Like, they are reliable, but they're not at the same time, in my opinion. I feel like USPS is always pretty reliable. Every time I have shipped up item with USPS, it arrives super quick and arrives on time. Like, the date that it tells me it's gonna arrive, it always gets there on time. I've only had like one incident where it's shipped, like one or two incidents where they don't ship, the post office just keeps it like sitting there, they don't scan it in, and that was when I shipped it at this one particular post office in a different city. If you guys are familiar with Manteca, California, if you guys are anywhere, like if you guys live anywhere near there, the post office Manteca sucks so bad. Don't you know, it's a really small town, so I doubt you guys probably know where it is, but if any of you guys do, it like, they took forever to ship some of my packages, so I stopped shipping there. It was just like another city. I don't live there, but yeah, so I just make sure to go to a post office that's reliable, and you'll know right away if they're reliable. Like, if they scan your package in right away, you'll know. And yeah, so that's kind of like my first tips on how to like mail out your press-ons. You could also put in like that shredded, I don't know what it's called, like shredded stuff to protect your package inside as well. You can use packing peanuts, you can use stuff like that. I just don't, because it makes it have an extra weight, and it's not like it's so much that needs protection, you know what I mean? Like, of course the nails do need to be protected, but the boxes that come with a cotton filled thing, like the cotton that you put on top of the nails before you package it, it really does protect the nails, and they always just arrive perfectly, so I never have an issue with that. Someone said, how do you take pictures of your press-ons? I don't take pictures of them, I just take videos, and I just make sure to have the flash on, because I post reels. How do you take pictures of your press-ons to make it that thick? I don't know what that means. If you are watching this video, you can put it in the description or in the comments, please, so I can try to see what you mean. What do you mean by thick? I'm not sure what that means. But let's see. Another question I got. I'm refreshing it right now so I could see. Someone said, how do you avoid built up gel at the tip area? So what I do is I actually put my gel from, yeah, so I put it from the cuticle area down, and you always want to make sure that your nail tips are, like your base coat, you want to make sure your base coat is not super thick globbed on. Like, if your base coat has any bumps, your gel polish will have bumps as well. So always make sure you're cleaning up your edges. That will avoid getting any excess gel off. And also, right before you're about to cure, like if you're looking at your nails, look at them and make sure they're completely level. Like, you'll know right away if you turn them to the side, you'll see if they're leveled out. I always double check my nails first because I want to make sure I took all the extra gel off. It actually happened to me just yesterday where I missed some gel, and it was like bumpy, like lumpy on the bottom area, and I put it into cure and I didn't notice. So once I took it out, I just had to file it down. So if you have to, or not file, I had to buff it down. So if you have to buff your nails down after, you could do that as well, until you get better with your gel application. But just try to keep an even amount of gel in the nail, and then it won't build up so much. Someone said, what are your thoughts on the coin method for sizing? So that's actually funny because I've actually been using the coin method for a few people. I have to do it for a few people because they don't know how to size with like the measuring tape, which I get. It's kind of difficult if you don't know about like millimeters and stuff. So I honestly think it's a decent method. It's obviously not going to fit perfect because some people's nail tips are rounded and other people's aren't. Like other people's are flat, you know, it just depends, and that can also alter the size of the nail. So I don't know, it's like an okay method. If you're going to use it for your customers, I would definitely recommend that you tell them that it might not be 100% accurate, that their best bet is to get a sizing kit from you, or to measure with a measuring tape in millimeters. So you have to just kind of give them a disclaimer so that they don't come back and blame you, you know what I mean? So they don't try to tell you that you made the nails in the wrong size. So just make sure you say that first. Someone said, how do you determine the size of the tips? So kind of going back, you know, to answering that question, I think you meant like, how do you size your customers? I'm not sure if that's what you meant, but I basically either get a size kit or they will measure their nails on their own with the millimeters and a measuring tape. And if you mean the size of the nail tips, like the nail tips you buy to see what size millimeters they are, I always also do the measuring tape method with millimeters, and I will put the measuring tip on one of each size. So like I'll grab the size 0, I'll put the measuring tape on there with a piece of tape, and I will literally count the millimeters on it and then write it on my box, on my tip box, and I will write like, okay, size 0 is 19 millimeters for this specific brand, this specific shape. So I hope that helps you guys. That's what I do, and that's how you can make sure that your nail tips are the correct size all the time that your customers need. Someone said, trying to get my business as successful as yours. Any advice that would help? Honestly, you guys, I think you should just be consistent. Like, that is the best thing that I can say. I know I have a lot of clientele and stuff, but it's really hard trying to keep up with everything. I make so many mistakes. Like, that's literally inevitable. Like, it's gonna happen regardless. I make mistakes all the time. I always take too long to ship my orders and people get mad at me. You know, things like that. We're only human. So basically, yeah, my best advice is to stay consistent, practice a lot, and try to get your Instagram feed looking good, and also cross post on other places. If you guys are not too shy, if you guys are like really outgoing, I would totally recommend you guys create a YouTube channel. I know that's might be kind of hard at first to kind of figure out. I honestly just grabbed my iPhone one day and started recording. I don't have a camera, I don't have a fancy editing software, literally nothing, you guys. I just record on my iPhone. I pay for the extra storage every month from iCloud, and like I have the 2 terabytes, I think, on my iPhone or something like that. I don't really know about all that. And then I just edit with iMovie on my computer. So I make it as simple as possible because I am not super tech savvy whatsoever. Honestly, I would rather want a website. Like, soon I want to get a website for my press-on nails, but honestly, it's just something that I just like don't. Honestly, like, if I really needed to do it, I would have already done it, because I feel like I don't need it that much, but I do want one. You know, coming up in the future, I want to create a website. But yeah, my best tips, like I said, my advice is just to stay really consistent, post a lot, cross post. If you can create a YouTube channel, post on there a lot, as much as you can, because I think a lot of my clientele comes from here, from YouTube. A lot of you guys see my videos and you guys end up ordering from me because people watch my videos even if they don't do nails, and then they end up ordering nails from me. So yeah, that's like my main thing as well that I think got me my following on Instagram, is definitely my YouTube channel. And yeah, so that's like the main thing. Someone said, what made you want to start a press-on business? What made me want to start is, like, during the pandemic, or before the pandemic, I was doing acrylic nails on like clients in person, and then I realized, like, oh, you know, like, everything's shutting down. I still want to do nails. I still have to make money. You know what I mean? I have to work. But I started seeing press-on nails, and it wasn't a big thing back then. Like, it was barely even existent. Like, people barely even had Instagrams that showed press-on nails. It was all like nail techs on there. So once I started seeing that people were doing press-ons, I was like, oh, you know what? I think I'm going to try that. I think I'll probably be good at it, but I was used to using acrylic, so it kind of was a little bit difficult for me to navigate gel polish in the beginning. But basically, yeah, that's kind of what started making me want to do press-ons. And then once the pandemic was kind of quote unquote over. I know it's not completely over, but once like everybody was able to go out again, I started again doing people in person, like acrylic nails, and I loved it. I was getting super good at it. Like I was like getting faster. My work was so freaking good. My sets were lasting. Everything was being like was doing amazing. And then I just started realizing one day, I was like, I don't know if this is for me. Like I just don't know if doing people in person is for me. I'm really, really introverted. Like honestly, you guys wouldn't expect that from me, probably from watching me on my channel, but I'm really, really shy and introverted. Like I just don't like talking to people, honestly. Like that's just like how I am. And like in person, like I would obviously, you know, talk to people, but I don't know, like sometimes also like the people you get, you don't know who you're gonna get. You're meeting new people all the time, and it would make me really, really nervous. I would get a lot of anxiety, like just knowing people were like coming into my space and, you know, things like that. And I would have a lot of bad experiences where people would just not show up to their appointments. I was always too nice. That's another issue I have, is being too nice, and people would just take advantage. So they wouldn't come to their appointments. They would cancel multiple times. I would give them multiple chances, and you know, I was losing out on the money at that moment. So I was like, you know what, never mind. I'm just not going to do this anymore. It's not for me. It's just not something I like, honestly. And I feel like press-ons are so big. I love being able to ship all over the United States. I love the feedback that I get from people all over in different cities, different states, and it's just really amazing. Like, I don't know, I just love it so much more. I love press-ons because you can take them on and off whenever you want. You don't have the hassle of people like getting mad at you if your nails don't last and then asking for a refund, because I would have to deal with that too. Like, you know, before I started getting better, if your nails don't last, people will get mad. And then of course you have to have a license to do acrylic nails like in person on people. You have to be, of course, super sanitary. It just comes with all the precautions, and of course it's perfect for some people, but just for me, I just felt like, I don't know, like I feel like press-ons is just better in every way, personally, for me in my situation. So yeah, I hope that kind of answered your question. Now we're gonna refresh it again and see if we have more questions or not. I'm really excited for my Instagram to hit 80K. If you guys don't already, please follow me on my Instagram. It's Press On Slayed by Val, because I'm going to be giving away some nails. Someone said, can you recommend some good nail polishes? Yes, of course. So my favorite brands right now are Nail Reserve. They have the best opaque gels. Like they're like really pigmented and they're a good price. They're always having sales all the time. And I do have a code with them, and that's not even sponsored or anything. I just do have a code for you guys if you guys want to save money. That'll be in the description box. That's for like opaque colors though, not like nude gels and things like that. My favorite brand of nude gels from Amazon is this brand called Rargism. I will put them in the description for you as well. And then my favorite brand of nude gels that's not from Amazon is Nails Bling Supply. That's one of my favorite brands because their gels are around $8 to $10, which is a good price. And yeah, so that's like the best thing about that brand. And their nudes are super sheer, which kind of sucks because you need a lot of coats. But the best thing about them is that their colors are so pretty. Like they end up looking exactly like acrylic powders when you're doing Gelx and press on nails. So that's my other favorite brand. And of course, nailzbydev. That's like one of my all-time favorites for opaque and glittery type of gels. Her gels are so good, so I love hers as well. Another question that I got is someone said, do you do a course for nails? No, I don't. Unfortunately, I don't have any classes or anything like that. Someone else, how long have you been doing nails? I started doing nails in 2018. Like obviously, you know, like beginner status, like not knowing anything. 2018, and then all the way up until now, and I love it so much. It is definitely my thing, my calling. It is what I'm really good at. Someone said, how do you get sales selling press-ons? I kind of touched on that earlier right now, but basically be very, very consistent. And if you have anything that you love, like if you love bling placement or if you love hand-painted art, stick to that. Like stick to whatever you love. You can, of course, take yourself out of your comfort zone and try something different. But if there's something you love and that you notice you're better at, I would definitely keep practicing on that. Get that to be where you want to be, like be really good at it, and then continue on to other things. Like for me, bling placement was like my thing. I loved it so much. I still do. I'm really good at it. And now I'm trying to branch into more hand painted art, even though I already loved hand painting Like, I already love drawing and painting my whole entire life, but I never did it, like, obviously, you know, on tiny little nails. So I'm trying to branch into that more, but it's definitely taking me out of my comfort zone, and it takes me a long time. But basically my point is, to get sales, you know, be consistent with what you love, like, your, you know, whatever type of design you like. And then also, and just make sure that you are very consistent on Instagram, cross post, like I mentioned earlier. If you like TikTok, if you already do TikToks, or if you do personal life ones, definitely go on TikTok and post your work. If you're not shy to be like on the camera, like talking or anything, post YouTube videos, YouTube shorts, reels, anything like that, that will get you seen, and that will definitely get you orders. So yeah. Someone else said, how do you build a close relationship with your clients so that they come back? So personally, there's like a very fine line, or I don't know if that's the right saying, between like friendship and between like keeping it professional and keeping it like customer status. I personally do not like, and I don't know why, but I just don't like when I see like people that do Gelx or acrylic nails in person, and they treat their clients like they're like their best friends, like even though they just met them. I don't know how to explain it, but basically, like, don't get too comfortable. You never know someone's intentions. Maybe that's just me being paranoid, and I know a lot of people are more free spirited, they don't care, they probably think like, oh, it's fine, nothing's gonna happen. But you just truly never know. It's always better to be safe than sorry. You never know that person's intentions. You don't know if they want the best for you or if they don't even care about you. So try to keep it like, you know, very professional, but still be really nice. You know, ask them how their day is going. Of course, keep up with conversation. If you notice that both of you guys have something in common, then totally like keep the conversation going. But I feel like if you make a client like a friend, I feel like that's good too, but it just depends on who it is, you know. Like, try to have a really good judgment of character. That's how you will know if like that person's good or not. You know, it's like, honestly, it could be like crazy. Like, you could have a client and you become friends and they could completely ruin your life. Like, you never know, you know, like someone's intentions. So basically, just build a close relationship by asking them how they're doing, asking them how their nails are holding up, asking them if they need anything, if, you know, maybe give them like a policy of like, within a week, if something happens to your nail, you know, I'll fix it for you, anything like that. Every once in a while, I would definitely recommend having like a little hole punching card or a little stamp card, where if they come to you like 6 times, they get like 50% off their 7th set, or if they come to you 5 times on their 6th set, they get 50% off. Definitely for little holidays, give them like little goodie bags, or on their birthday, you know, try to remember their birthday. If they come to you often, you know, just give them a little moment of appreciation by showing them you really care about them, and they will definitely keep coming back to you. And that's still keeping it professional, still saying that you care about them and you love their support, but not taking it too overboard to where you're like, you know, where they're able to kind of take advantage. You know what I mean? So I hope that kind of helps. Someone said, how do you get your polish so smooth with line work? So my biggest key is to use a long brush, 15 or 20 millimeters long. Make sure it's ultra thin, and make sure you have not too much gel on your brush. If your brush is saturated with gel, you're going to be able to see all the lines, and your lines are going to be super thick, and your lines will look kind of bumpy. Make sure you have just very little product on your brush, and your line work will be super crisp and sharp. That is like my biggest tip, because I struggled with that in the beginning as well. Someone else said, letting you know that you're the SHIT, you inspired me to keep pushing. That makes me so freaking happy, you guys. If I have inspired you at all, I get so many messages of you guys telling me that I inspire you, and that means so much to me. That's the whole reason why I started doing YouTube in the first place, why I started doing nails. I really wanted more people to branch into it, because like I said, when I started, there wasn't as many like nail people that did nails and nail artists, and now just seeing all the different types of nail artists is just so incredible. Like, I really, really love it. It's definitely one of those things where if you were already creative to begin with, you're definitely gonna love doing nails. Like, that's without a doubt. I was always creative, and I was always feeling so lost. Like, I didn't know what I was gonna do with my life. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I also really love animals, so I was thinking maybe I'll like work as a veterinarian, something like that. But looking back now, like looking at that, if I would have chose that, I'm way too emotional for that, honestly. Like, I'd be like crying, bawling my eyes out every single day. So I don't think that would have been a good option for me. And this career just lets me be able to like let go of my creativity and just show it in every way that I can, and I absolutely love it. And I will always be here to motivate you guys and let you guys know that you could do it. The whole point of my YouTube channel is to show beginners how to you know, keep going, give advice and everything like that I can possibly do, because there is enough room in this world for everybody to do nails. Like, anyone that wants to do nails, you could definitely do it. It's all about, you know, your perseverance and your heart, basically. But yeah, I just wanted to say thank you for that comment. Someone asked me, how do you deal with time management and procrastination? So I have like struggled with this so bad. I briefly, or probably a lot, talked about it in one of my last Q&As. If you haven't seen any of my past Q&As, definitely go and listen to them. I feel like my last ones that I've ever done, like, I think I've done like 4. They're all so good. Like, I catch myself wanting to listen to them, even though it's literally me saying it. But anyway, besides the point, I have struggled a lot with time management and procrastination, and now that I've moved and I'm in a new space, I honestly feel like my time management is way better. I find myself working so much more in this past week than I have in like a month or months. I honestly think that I was a little bit depressed and probably stressed out where I was living prior, so I'm not sure if that could have something to do with it. But I was really bad at time management, procrastination, sleeping in till like 1 p.m. and then waking up and having to get my day started, and then I wouldn't be able to work until like, you know, 4 p.m. whatever. I hated that. I hate that. I don't like doing that. I want to wake up early and, you know, get my day started and have a normal work day. Especially when you do nails, it's definitely hard to keep up with your time management. Always make sure that you do the sets that you need to do, like that you need to get done first, ship them out, and then go ahead and do some sets for fun. Maybe keep an extra hobby on the side is definitely like another thing you should do, because that will keep your time management better. You won't feel so deprived if you're like, you won't feel like you're working all the time if you have like an extra hobby. Definitely take something up. If you guys have someone to hang out with, like a close friend or something, make time to go out with them. And, you know, make time to give yourself dinner, make time for you to have a breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and that way you're not like scrambling last minute trying to figure out how you're going to eat and things like that, because that's like something I struggled with too. And then I would be hard on myself because I would procrastinate, wait till the last second, and then I would be like, oh my gosh, why don't I do anything? And I would be so hard on myself. So yeah, just this past week I've been working better on that, and I honestly want to film like day in my life little videos. I don't know if you guys know, but I do have another YouTube channel that I created. I have not posted anything yet, so maybe soon, but I kind of want to create like like a day in my life where like I show you guys like wake up, like me making my coffee or making my tea, my breakfast, and then getting started on work, and like showing you guys like how many sets I created in that day or how many videos I edited that day. I feel like you guys would really like to see that, so I am definitely going to work on filming something like that now. I have a really cute little kitchen, so I'm really excited to do that. And yeah, that's probably going to come soon, so you guys can kind of see. And that's kind of gonna help hopefully give you guys some inspiration on your time management skills and things like that. But trust me, I'm not perfect. I don't know how to time manage so well yet. I'm working on it as I go, day by day, and I'm slowly getting better at it. Someone said I've had trouble with air bubbles in my top coat. I struggle with that too. Sometimes it just depends. If your room is really cold, you can get air bubbles. So try to warm up your top coat, shake it before you apply it. Like shake your bottle real quick, and then that should work. Or you could also like when you put the top coat on, I know you're going to do like one coat, right? And you're going to see bubbles. Keep going over it. Like, I don't mean like keep curing layers. I mean like just keep going over that one layer. Like keep blending it on the nail until the bubbles are all gone, and then cure it. You know what I mean? I hope that makes sense. Someone said, how do you clean your brushes? So I actually clean them with acetone, which I know is bad. I know it could ruin your brushes, but I've been doing it for years, and it's just what works for me. Just like don't soak your brushes. Don't leave them soaking in acetone. I'll just do like a quick dip, almost like rinse in the acetone, like in a little bowl, like, you know, spin my brush in it real quick so that the color comes off, and then I'll clean it off with a lint-free wipe, and my brush will be good as new for next time. That's what I do. You could also use alcohol. I just feel like the alcohol doesn't work, you guys. Like, it honestly doesn't. Like, I don't know if it's just me, but like my gel will still stay stuck to it even if I try to clean it with alcohol. I've tried so many times and it just doesn't work the same, because then the next time I go to use my brush will still have like old color or old gunk on it if I clean it with alcohol. So acetone just works best for me. Don't get your whole brush handle wet with acetone. You just need the little bristles wet with acetone and you'll be good to go. yeah, so that's just what I do. And then if your brushes get a little like frazzled, like if the bristles kind of spread out and stuff, you can get boiling hot water, like get a mug, put water in the microwave for like 5 to 6 minutes, and then it'll be like boiling by then. Then you're gonna dip your brush in it again, just the bristles, into the hot water, leave it sitting, holding the brush, like hold the brush for about a minute and a half, put a timer and hold it in there. Don't let the brush sink to the bottom because the bristles will get bent. So hold it in there, and then your bristles will be good as new. For some reason, the hot water will like straighten your brush and it'll be so perfect. I do that all the time if my brushes are starting to get bad. I think I do it every like 6 months, and it works great. 6 months to a year, depending on how damaged your brushes get. Um, and then you guys, I don't know, I think that's all the questions I have. I'm gonna try to see, I know we have a few minutes left of the video. I'm gonna try to see like if I got any more questions. Uh, I'm gonna refresh it. Oh yeah, I did get a few more questions. Um, someone said, let's see. Someone said, what is your favorite nail set? You're creative. Thank you so much. I have a lot of favorites, you guys. Like, it's so hard to choose. I don't know what one of my favorites would be. I don't know, you guys. Like, I have so many different nail sets that I've done that I'm just like, oh, these are so amazing. Like, I love them so much. It's really hard to choose. Like, that's a really hard question. If I ever have one that I realize is my favorite, I will put it on my story on Instagram. Yeah, I do like a lot of sets that I actually end up really loving. It's crazy because like I didn't think like, I don't know, like sometimes I don't think I'm gonna like a set and then I end up loving it. So yeah, that's the thing. Like it just depends. And yeah, you guys, I don't think I'm getting any more questions, but I guess we'll just talk about the video. So right here, you can see that I'm putting on a whole bunch of charms. All of these charms I got from AliExpress, most likely. I've had them for a long time. Like last year, Halloween, I didn't get to use them. Then the year before that, I didn't get to really use them at all. So I really just wanted to use my charms this time. You guys could really see that I'm struggling. I forgot to mention I'm using the Zulays bling adhesive for these nails, and the charms were slipping and sliding all over the place. If you guys are planning on doing a junk nail set like this one, I totally recommend that you guys use the squeezy gummy jelly from enailcouture. It makes it stay in place and it's so strong. It works so well, and you can always go around the rhinestones with Zulay glue or more of the squeezy jelly. But this glue has been so amazing. It's been really working well for me. I'm gonna go buy more. Sorry, I don't know if you guys heard that I dropped the tube, but I'm gonna go buy more of it because it just works so well, and it'll be perfect for big charm application like this because it'll make it stay in place without it sliding all over the nail like how I was dealing with here. I was really struggling like bad because it kept doing that. And I love all these little charms and stuff. I will put some different charms in the description box from AliExpress. And yeah, if you guys are ever scared to order from AliExpress, don't be scared. Just make sure you look at the seller's reviews first before you order. Make sure people get their orders, and then you'll be good to go. And always pay through PayPal. I love that AliExpress has the option for that because you're secure. You don't have to put your card directly into the website. Definitely don't do that. Just make sure you use PayPal because that is like the best way. Or I think I use Apple Pay too, but PayPal is always the way to go. Someone actually just asked a good question right now. She said, do you think doing press-ons is worth it financially, or is it something you think a person should have the passion for regardless of the pay? So I definitely think that you have to have the passion for it. You're going to end up hating your job if you start doing it, or you're going to just give up before you can get a following, because that's what happens with a lot of people. It's really hard to stay passionate, especially when it takes up so much of your time, your money. Like you need a lot of money to start, and you need a lot of willpower because you're going to have to be super, super consistent. That's the thing that, you know, it gets hard. Like, of course it gets hard. I wanted to give up so many times too. There was times where I would cry because I wanted to give up. So that's a thing that was like kind of hard about that, that specific thing, that you have to have like the passion for it. Like maybe try to do nails and then try to see if you like it. Just make some press-ons for yourself. And if you really like designing and everything like that, then it's totally going to work out for you. It just honestly depends. A lot of people end up saying that press-ons or nails in general is not for them, and then they just end up, you know, getting rid of all their nail stuff, selling it. So if you have the passion for it, definitely try it out. or if you are really creative already, I think you'll like it. So that's the good thing. And then one last question, do you think it's possible to do nails part-time while also working full-time? Yes, definitely. I had a job when I started doing nails, and I would work after work. So I would go to my 9 to 5, then after work I would come home and do nails, because all day long while I was at my normal job, I would think about doing nails. I would think about nail designs. I would think about buying nail art. I would be on my phone at work all the time looking at nail designs, looking at like other nail creators. This was back in 2018, 2019. I would be looking at nails all the time. I would be always wanting to do my own nails, and like I would always want to switch them up. So yeah, you could definitely do it. Again, you just have to have the willpower, you have to have the drive, and you have to have like the mindset that you could do it and that it'll all pay off. Like it's almost just like, I don't know, like any other thing you want to complete in life. It's just all depends on you. It will be hard, you might be tired, but it'll be totally worth it in the end, because, you know, you'll end up seeing progress eventually, or you're going to end up doing something you absolutely love. Like what happened to me, I ended up just quitting my 9 to 5, you know, in 2019, and I never looked back. So that's what happened to me. And yeah. So I think we're almost done with the video here, you guys. I'm going to check one last time. Yeah, so we're almost done here. I didn't forget to mention that before I put the charms on, I did already top coat, because I didn't want to top coat after the fact. Then you would have to go around, like I would have to go around all the charms and everything, and that was like, that would be really annoying. So I top coated first, then buffed where I thought I would put the charms, so that the charms have something to stick to, like the glue, so that it's not just on a shiny surface of the top coat. And the top coat was cured, so I top coated, cured, buffed out where I wanted to put the charms, and then I went ahead and put the charms on with the Zulay bling adhesive. That's what I did, and that's what works for me. They end up being super strong. And if any of you guys end up loving this set, I'm actually going to post it for sale. This video is going to be going up Wednesday, September 6th. So when this video goes up, I'm going to be posting this set on my story. It is a size small. I think I made it in size 37679. So yeah, that is the size that I made it in. So if you are a size small, it'll fit you perfect. And yeah, so you know, you can kind of like look at it too. Like you can kind of see if your nails would fit these. They look kind of big, but they're very small. Like look at my fingers in comparison and you'll be able to tell. But yeah, if you have small nail beds, not extra small, but just like small, they should fit you great. And yeah, they will be on my story tomorrow, or today. Technically, you guys are seeing this today. But yeah, you guys, so this is pretty much it. Of course, I finish file at the end of all my nail sets, but I haven't recorded it. I didn't record it on this one either. But next time I go to file sets, I'm going to record it for you guys and create a little video on its own with only showing you how I file. It's super easy. That's why there's not really that much to explain, but I'll create a quick video for you guys. And yeah, I'm really excited that I've been, you know, grinding hard, you guys, on my YouTube channel, on my nails, everything. If any of you guys are watching that have ordered nails from me, I apologize for the delay. I'm working hard to get orders out. Yeah, so that's pretty much it from me. I love these nails. They're giving Pirates of the Caribbean vibes. This is what they ended up looking like at the very end. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please leave a like, and please don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you guys haven't already. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!